Good morning and welcome to a special edition of Puddle Glum's Music Collection. Okay, you fellow Narnians, this is a special edition for the Facebook page for Resurrection Band Official or Rez Band Official Facebook page. So I'm Marty, I run the Facebook page, and there's a lot of exciting stuff coming up with Resurrection Band, Rez Band, Rez. So I wanted to share that with you and kind of show you some things. Records has Between Heaven and Hell, which was their 1985 album. They have that on a reissue on CD. Then we're going to talk about Girder Records, Girder Music. They're doing limited vinyl on Resurrection Band Colors, DMZ, and Mama Don't Love Daddy Anymore. So those were from Light Records, and they're reissuing those on different colored vinyls, gatefold, all that stuff. So I'm going to go over a few things with you. I have not got the Girder releases yet. I think they're on the way, but I'm going to go over some things with you on that. And first I'm going to talk about the Girder Records, GirRecords.com, G-R-R-R, there's 4 R's, so you got Gir, 3 R's, and then R for the records. GirRecords.com. They are doing the reissue on CD of Between Heaven and Hell. Now, if you remember Heaven and Hell, Between Heaven and Hell, it has the great song Shadows, which is always in the top 5 or 10 of every Rez fan. Shadows. And what's interesting about Between Heaven and Hell is that they were really getting into the new wave thing with Hostage. They had a lot of keyboards, a lot of, electronic drums. They were going more that direction because that was the timing. Bands like Rush did that, and a lot of other bands kind of went that direction at the time. But when the next album came out, Between Heaven and Hell, Hostage 84, Heaven and Hell 85, they went a little more back to their roots, more metal, more blues rock, more rock and roll. There's a couple tunes on there that are still a little keyboard driven, but for the most part they went back to the original. Love Comes Down was one on MTV. Lunchtime in college, I would go down to the college area where they would just, you'd sit and talk to people or whatever. They had a TV, a little lounge area. And at lunch, they'd always show Rez Band Love Comes Down on MTV. I was like, whoa, what in the world? Because I grew up with them since, 79, when I was a kid. So it was an interesting time. And this album was actually supposed to put them over to the crossover, because at that time, every Christian band was trying to cross over to the secular market. It didn't happen, though. I read all these things in magazines like CCM and different things that Rez Band were crossing over, and then the mainstream, they were getting like the manager to help them tour, the manager of Scorpions or somebody, I don't remember who, some big names, management. So I was waiting, and it never happened. Instead, Rez Band took like three or 4 years off, and then came back with Silent Screams in like 88 or 89. So they just kind of disappeared for a while instead of crossing over. So it would be interesting to get, I never asked Glenn about that, but it would be interesting to ask whatever happened to that period. I know Jim Denton left, and then they brought Roy Montroy in. So after that, so I'm not sure. So Shadows, I think a lot of good songs on there. There's the 2000s on there, another great song. So just recently, GirRecords.com re-released the CD. Hoping to see a re-release of a record someday. Hopefully that'll happen. Not my decision. So I'm going to show you the product here. So this is Between Heaven and Hell. This is the reissue. And this is the back. They got a little bit of a green theme going on and blue here. So this is the CD itself. And it sounds just like the other reissue that they had. There's a little bit different artwork from this reissue. As far as the front goes, it's exactly the same artwork. But inside, you got a back picture there. They got all the pictures from the photo shoot here. They're kind of small, but, they got a whole line of all the photo shoot here. There are no lyrics in here, but you can get the lyrics online nowadays, so So that's your reissue from Gur Records. It's pretty cheap. It's like, I think it's like less than $14. So, you know. And there's all sorts of other stuff you can get on. Don't forget, they also still have CDs, I think, of Lament and a few other albums from REZ Band, Resurrection Band. The other thing I want to talk to you about today on this special edition for the REZ Band official Facebook are the girder releases from Limited Vinyl. Let's see here. So I don't have any of those, but I want to go over some things with you. So this is DMZ. This was the third one that came out on Light Records. So DMZ was 1982. This is the front. This is the back. This is the one that came out on Light Records. Now, there's not much inside with Light Records. It was just that, and you know, it wasn't a gatefold or anything. Now with Girder, this is going to be a gatefold, and inside you're going to have pictures probably and lyrics. I haven't seen it yet, but I imagine that's what it's going to be. And what's cool about this, now I'm going to show you something else. This is the new Bloodgood that came out from the same company. So if you think of this and then look at the DMZ, that's now going to be a gatefold, you know, you can get an idea. I think they're going to have live pictures in it, but this is like the new Bloodgood. They redid it. This is the front. This is the back. I like the thorns up here. But, you know, it's going to be similar. And what's also cool, in each one of these, there's going to be a poster of REZ Band, a different poster. So you probably get a 24 by 24 inch poster, which is a huge poster. You can ask your wife if you can put it up above your bed in your bedroom. I'm sure she'll be fine with that. So this is like they get these. This is the Bloodgood poster. So, you know, from their last. This poster is from that release. I think it was in 2014 or 15 or something. So this is a different Bloodgood album. This was not a gatefold, but the other ones that were released just lately were both gatefolds, and they're going to have different colored vinyl. Now, you know, each be released on Girder Records will have different colors you can choose from. You can still get the black vinyl, and then you get a colored vinyl, and then you get, some of them have a swirl or a splatter vinyl you can get. Colors has a pretty cool splatter vinyl that's clear. It has different colors in it. So, let's see here. So yeah, and then you'll have you know, the colors. The one thing I thought about the colors on Light Records here is that the Resurrection Band up here I thought was always a little small. Like you could really see the colors, but you couldn't see the band's name. I think that's going to be more bigger somewhere, so you can see it better on the cover. And of course, it'll have the same gatefold, and it'll have a poster. The same goes for Mommy Don't Love Daddy Anymore. And they've got, I think some of them have write-ups from John J. Thompson on here in them. There's some little additions, but they're all going to be different. So if you go to limitedvinyl.com, you can look there, and they'll have all the information for you. And down below, I'll write down information for you, so you can go to all those things. So Girder Records and Gur Records re-releasing stuff. Hopefully we'll get more later. It's very exciting. Glenn Kaiser Band also has CDs and things, I believe, on Gur Records. So Glenn Kaiser Band is Roy Montroy, Glenn Kaiser, and Ed Bylock, who was the sound man and the manager for REZ Band for a while. He is a great drummer. So you can look into glennkaiserband.com if you're not Glenn Kaiser Band. If you're not familiar with them, it's all on GurRecords.com. Glenn Kaiser Band. But so there's a lot of exciting records coming up in vinyl, and there's also the Between Heaven and Hell and CD. Support Gur Records. If you already got, I really think if you've already got this, you just get it again. Just support Gur Records, these independent labels that are trying to survive, especially during this time of no touring. So, if you have any questions for me, you could just ask me through the Resurrection Band official Facebook page. Other people are on there. Glenn Kaiser's on there a lot of times. Hilda Bylock. different people from Grill Records. So appreciate it. You have a great day, and keep raising the dead. See ya.